Oh my gosh, y'all. I was not even planning to make this video today, but this 2022 Keystone Springdale just rolled up and it has a crazy facelift. I don't even know if it's a good or a bad change right now. I'm just so excited to see something different than what I expected. I mean, completely different than what I expected. Their interior design is so drastic of a change compared to what it was in the 2021 models that I'm just shocked. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna make this video. We're just gonna make it happen and let's go take a look at this thing. This is a Keystone Springdale 295BH. Again, for looking at something that I'm thinking about living in full time, this thing has a lot of features that really would benefit what I'm looking to do if I were to get something. But we'll talk about that more as we go through this trailer. I'm too dang excited. Let's go look at it. Welcome back to another video, y'all. My name is Myles out of Dallas, Texas. I hope you are just as excited as I am. If you like the RV lifestyle, if you like RV walkthroughs, or if you're looking at getting into the RV community, hit the subscribe button down below. And then also, most importantly, if you are just as excited about 2022's coming out and seeing all the changes, again, hit that subscribe button because I will be going so hard for y'all. As soon as these 2022's hit the lot, I'm getting videos out. So hit the subscribe button to stay up to date. All right, like I said, it's a Keystone Springdale 295BH. You can see the front end here is a little bit different than what the Springdale front end looked like before. So let me show you what it looks like here, then let me go to a 2021. Here is the 2021 front end, and then there is the 2022 front end right there. So you see that. I'm gonna step into this 2021. This is not the same floor plan, but I want you to just get a feel for the, you know, color scheme and everything going on in here. I really like the 2021 Springdales. I feel like they are a great looking trailer. If you saw my video of, you know, RVs I'm looking at to live in full time or travel trailers, this is one of them. So not mad about this color scheme at all. I like it a lot. Very bright, very lively in here. But the 2022s are completely different. So let's go look at it. Okay, I'm going to try my best to intermix talking about the Keystone Springdale line in general and giving you a good picture of what this trailer has to offer, and then also show you all the changes for 2022. So first of all, aluminum sided trailer. For those of you that don't know the difference, an aluminum sided trailer is going to be the trailers that have the ridges on the side of them, as opposed to like something over here that is a fiberglass sided trailer. That's going to be your main difference between those. Aluminum sided trailers are usually regarded as entry-level trailers, which I would consider the Springdale to be, although it comes with a lot of features on it that are going to put it in a upper tier of travel trailer, especially on the 2022. So two things that we're going to look at. First of all, on this side, 2 ACs up there, very important. Most of you know that I am here in Texas and 2 ACs is a must on units this size. So good to see that. And you have a solar panel up there. So this is where I was really surprised, because Keystone had said they're putting 200 watt solar panels on all of their units. And my very first question was like, well, even the Keystone Springdale? And lo and behold, it is here, and it does have a 200 watt solar panel on it that is going to trickle charge your batteries. I'm sure it comes with the solar controller up here as well that will manage your charging situation with that solar panel. Let's look inside here. Sure as heck, there it is. So you have your charge controller right there. That also can be linked to an app so you can see what your charge status is on your battery. But basically that solar panel along with the charge controller is going to make sure that your batteries are always charged, which is becoming more and more important, you know, because your batteries are going to power things like your slide outs, your awnings, your lights, your refrigerator, all things that you want to be able to make sure are always properly functioning. And that solar panel is going to make sure as long as the sun is shining that day, you're good to go. Also, you can see it's inverter prepped, so a lot of the electrical components in there can be routed to the inverter or already pre-wired to be routed to the inverter to get power from the solar panel for those components. So that is another thing to look at there as well. If you wanted to get an inverter on there, it is possible. It is wood framing in all of your aluminum sided trailers. So that is what you're seeing up here is your wood framing all the way across. And then you see your pass-through storage compartment. It is pretty dang big, a good size storage compartment that you have here that'll pass all the way through. Finally, right here, you have your water hookups. So your freshwater connection, if you want to fill your freshwater tank. You will see the tank sizes here, and then also if you just have a city water connection and are at a campsite or an RV park that has water hookups for you, that is where you will hook your hose up to there. Let's look underneath here. You'll see that it is fully enclosed underbelly. It's going to be enclosed and heated underneath there, so all your water tanks will be heated in the underbelly. Looks really clean underneath here. You also have electric stabilizers, so you won't have to worry about hand cranking those or anything like that, although it will come with a hand crank as well in case you needed to manually override them for any reason, or if you just wanted to for fun, you know, just to torture your kids. If you want to do that, give them something to do while you're setting up the campsite to get them out of your hair. And then right here, this is going to be a hookup for a satellite. So if you wanted to hook a satellite up there, that can be done. You also, though, are going to have a wire that is running up to the roof and then down inside your RV that is going to be wired for a satellite. So you do have the pre-wiring on the roof if you want to put a satellite on the roof, which we'll look at that more when we go inside as well. Outside shower will be on this side of the RV, and you'll have hot and cold water controls there. And then this is going to be your black tank flush. So if you need to flush out your black tank, instead of dumping buckets of water down the toilet, you can do that right here. And then all of your water dumps are going to be right here. So all your dump valves come to this one spot, so you don't have to worry about getting any Y connecting hoses or anything like that. So they will all be meeting at this one spot here. Again, this is something that just rolled in, so I have looked at it for about a whole total of 5 minutes maybe at this point. So we're kind of getting a first look together. This is going to be one of those units where your sewer hose is going to be stored in the bumper. It does come with caps that will go on the ends of these bumpers here, so you can close those off, but it will be stored in there most likely for you. That's what most people tend to do. You have an outside kitchen, and this is where you're going to start to see the trend of where the colors are going, because all your wood in here is black, and that is definitely going to be some foreshadowing for what we'll see here soon. But you're going to have a 2-burner cooktop, storage compartment underneath here with USB chargers. Very nice to have that outside so you can charge your phone in the shade there so it doesn't overheat, because my phone is probably really close to overheating out here already in this Texas heat. And you have a light back here in this compartment. I don't know why it won't turn on, because I do have the unit hooked up to power, but who knows, it just got here. And you'll have your dorm style refrigerator or hotel room style refrigerator outside. This also can be taken out. It is screwed in right here underneath there, but if you do want to take it out, you can use that for storing whatever you want inside there. Finally, on the outside, or I shouldn't say finally, I think there's a couple other things on the outside here, but you're going to have a big size awning. So it goes about 3/4 of the way down the travel trailer, and it is a longer size travel trailer, as we saw from the specs in the beginning. I didn't even look them up, so I'd just be freeballing, honestly, trying to say them, but it's probably around a 33-34 foot travel trailer, and that awning is probably going to be about, gosh, it's got to be somewhere around 18 to 20 feet, I would imagine. So good size awning that you have here. You can see this spot right here. That's your vent from the microwave, so it will actually vent outside of your travel trailer if you are cooking in there. 2 outside speakers that you have up here, and let's see, another satellite hookup for TV there. You have a TV mount if you want to mount a TV outside, and you have an outlet here, which you can see is an inverted outlet. So if you have an inverter, you'll start getting power from your solar panel to these different outlets. Most of our Springdales now have these solid steps on them, so this is something that you will still see on the Springdale line. And one thing to point out as well, your extend and retract switches for your automatic stabilizers are going to be right here. I shouldn't say automatic because they're not auto leveling, but for the power for those is going to be in that switch right there. Let's go take a look inside. Before I open the door, you're going to see now on every Keystone unit, they have these stickers on the front door that is going to be an app that you can download for more information about their Solar Flex. And they all come standard with a 200-watt solar panel now. That is every Keystone unit. Pretty incredible. So that's something you're going to see across the board. Coming inside here, I'm gonna first just show you around and then we'll take a look at different individual aspects. I apologize for going quickly. My phone is getting close to dying and I don't want it to die while I'm in the middle of shooting this video. So I'm gonna touch on everything that you guys wanna know, but also try to go through it relatively quickly. Right here, I realized I missed a really important opportunity to talk about a really important construction element of this Springdale, and that is the flooring. In this Springdale, they use what is called a Dynaspan flooring, and it is the same flooring they use in their Keystone, Montana, which has been the #1 selling luxury fifth wheel in the country for over 20 years in a row now, and it is Keystone's most luxurious fifth wheel line, and they use the same flooring in the Springdale that they do in that $80,000 to $100,000 fifth wheel. So it is a marine grade water resistant flooring. You could literally pour water on top of it and it would never soak into that flooring, and they have never had a warranty claim on it. So wanted to make sure you knew about that. Now back to the video. Look at these color changes. I mean, black was probably the last thing I expected to see in a Keystone Springdale, especially with a silver exterior. Did not expect to walk in here and see black and tan. I'm pretty surprised. Definitely is not at all what you expect when you look at the outside of this trailer. So I'm very curious if Keystone is going to be going to this color scheme in more of their brands. We'll have to see here in the future what their direction is that they want to go. But you can see this is a bunkhouse here. You have the corner double over double bunks. Both of them have curtains to give you a sense of privacy. And then you have a window in each bunk plus USB outlets, and you have a light in each bunk as well. I don't know if there's a light switch incorporated with that as well. Or maybe I have a light switch off somewhere that is supposed to be on that's stopping these lights from coming on. But anyways, light, USB outlets, and a window in both bunks so you can get a breeze. And you have a storage door underneath here that will go all the way to the back wall. So lots of storage underneath that bunk bed there. Really interesting. I love the wood tone that they chose in here. You have it in the doors. You have it in the framing of the slide out box. And I think that's, and then some of your countertops. So really love that. Wish I was hooked up to full 110 power right now so I could get the fireplace on, but I can't. So, but you see all the color schemes. You see that like your handles are even gold. I had to look at them a little more closely at first with my sunglasses on because I couldn't tell for sure, but your handles on your cabinets are gold. Very interesting. Going into the bathroom, going to have a rectangular shower. It is a barreled ceiling in here. You can see the barreled ceiling on this unit. It's pretty significant. It's kind of hard to tell with the wide angle lens, but definitely a significant arch in the ceiling. Someone like me who's 6'2" probably has a good 6 to 7 inches of height to the ceiling, which is awesome. I almost feel like I could jump in here. And in the bathroom, that's going to give you so much space, including with this bubble. I mean, you could probably be 6'5", 6'6", and stand in this shower. So really like to see that. And you have a toilet, plenty of room on each side. People with big wide shoulders, wide people, gonna have no problem sitting on that toilet. And then you have, again, like I said, the wood tone countertops, black different woodwork through here, a little storage compartment underneath there, and you'll have storage in the medicine cabinet. So pretty exciting to see these changes in the color. Definitely, like I said, just so shocking. Next to the refrigerator, you have a ton of storage. This is one of my favorite things about this floor plan. This and the wardrobe storage in the bathroom, you'll see, or in the bedroom, you'll see in just a sec. All this storage next to the refrigerator, great pantry space. Something in, you know, a lot of travel trailers in this size don't have a designated pantry space like this. So I really like that. You have the 10 cubic foot refrigerator that runs off the battery. And now with that solar panel, you won't have to worry about your batteries dying on you, but it's going to be the 10 cubic foot refrigerator, so a lot of space in there. You have your 3-burner cooktop. Pop this open. So you have your 3-burner cooktop there. You can obviously keep that down when you need more countertop space. Smaller size oven, but it has plenty of space for everything you need to do. Storage underneath the sink. Let's see what else. Black sink, which also, you know, goes well with the black cabinets and everything like that. Nice looking faucet. 2 storage cabinets up here. I don't even know what the 2022s are going to be priced at. I can show you the MSRP here though, and the MSRP on this is right at $43 with the options that come with it, including transport to Texas. So that's what the MSRP is on the unit. Got your standard size RV microwave. And one nice touch with the Springdales, this is a magnet bar, so you can put different knives and utensils on here, plus hang different, you know, cooking utensils like spoons and things like that on there. Keystone is, or the Springdale line has had those in a couple different models for the past few years, so I really like that. One more drawer right here on this side of the kitchen. And you also have storage right here, which I really like this because these are places you can store things that you want quick access to from outside. So you have that drawer right there and another storage compartment right there. Again, another inverted outlet. And let's see what other, you have another outlet on the ceiling or right underneath the cabinetry here in the kitchen as well. Nice window in the kitchen, so you get a campside window, can see out onto that side of the camper. And then your dinette table is obviously in the bed formation. Now you can take these cushions and fill it into a bed, but this also will come up and make into your dinette table. You can take a look at this real quick if you want to see just some of the different features on the Keystone Springdale. And this is going to be a jackknife sofa. So this sofa here will flip up, make into another bed. So a lot of sleeping capacity. I mean, you basically got 2, 4, 6, possibly 7, 8, potentially 9, and then 9, 10, or 11, depending on how many people you want to say you can fit on these two different sleeping surfaces here. But lots of sleeping space. You got your big windows all throughout here, so much natural light. Got a nice looking LED light strip along the top of the slide out box. And then you could put a huge TV on here, this is something I really like. Spot for a massive TV that you can put there. You could easily probably fit a 60-inch on that wall. So a really cool thing to see there. This was the wiring that I was talking about for your satellite to the roof. Want to make sure I don't lose this here because I'm not going to mess with it because sometimes I lose it in the wall. But basically, the idea is you're supposed to be able to pull this out, and the cable going up to the roof that would hook into a satellite is already pre-wired in the unit. So that's something that will save you cost if you want to put a satellite on the roof, because a technician won't have to do all that wiring work. So really nice looking space here. Like I said, you can fit a huge TV on this wall if you want to mount it, or you even have a big enough countertop space here that you could fit a good sized TV on there without even mounting it. Right next to your entry door, you also have a huge coat closet. This thing is really large. I think they could have probably done a better job with what they give you here as far as to hang your coats on, because I feel like 6 hooks, it just looks kind of like the space could be utilized for more than just, you know, a spot to hang things. So shelves in here may be adequate to put maybe down lower, something you could add in. But I like that they left the space open so you can kind of make it into what you want it to be inside of this little closet that you have right next to your entry door. So really, really like that. Going into the bedroom, same color scheme. Really like the look of everything going on up here. You're gonna have a queen size bed, and then on both sides you'll have kind of your nightstand sort of setups. Have another inverted outlet here and an inverted outlet over here. Plus you have your little door into the pass-through storage. Some people say that's a hamper. Some people say that's where you keep the beer. It's whatever your preference is. Looking at the wardrobe storage, you're obviously thinking, okay, that's pretty regular for what you normally see, but got another wardrobe closet right here behind me. Then you see the 2 sliding doors that look amazing, look really nice. And you have the second AC in the bedroom, so you'll stay cool back here. And it is just really good, a really good looking trailer. Or at least I say that, you know, the opinions may be totally different. I don't know. This is my first time seeing one. I haven't seen one online yet. I might be the first person on YouTube to get a 2022 Springdale on the internet. So I would love to hear your reaction. Love to hear what you think about this color scheme. And let me know down in the comments what you think. Okay, sweating my butt off in here, so I'm about to go get back inside. But hit the like button down below if you like this video. Hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with more 2022 models that are coming out. That's pretty much all I got, y'all. Until next time, I'll see y'all out camping.